Yo, how's everyone doing? I'm gonna first start off like, yo, all my vets, I'm gonna say this yet again. Record everything. Record your doctor appointments. Record your phone calls. Because, like, we all know the treatment that we get is bullshit. Straight out. No questions about it. That's why most of us don't go. Um, I'm just gonna update a little bit. I went to go see an optometrist to see about my eyes because I'm having like double vision and whatnot. Um, and so like I'm supposed to go see someone, neurologist, a second opinion, outside. Um, but I never got a call. The referral was never put in. And then I called 2 times, like in a week later, and they're like, oh. And then when he finally calls me back, he's like, oh, I totally forgot, and I wouldn't have done it if you hadn't kept calling me. What do you mean? Like there's MRIs of stuff going on in my brain, and I'm like the double vision, whatnot. But you're gonna forget to send me somewhere to get treated, and then community care calls me, and it's not even the dude who normally does a neural consult. It's somebody else, and they're like, "Oh, we'll fax over and send it," but like it's been over a week and a few days. Nothing's been sent at all. Um, I even went to medical records yesterday and filled out a reform and had to have them faxed over. But now they're apparently getting mailed. I don't understand why at all. It's not what was asked. And then I was told, well, maybe because there's too many pages to be faxed. That's BS because I've had they have already been faxed over to my other neurologist because this one's about my eyes. This one's like my actual neurologist. But it's like it's interesting how they can send, but my provider and them can't receive the request that I had to bring multiple times over to them and whatnot. Because then like my provider is like, oh, because I talked to her and she's like, we like it seems like you're always complaining and maybe someone else can see you. And I was like, no, you're not gonna like hand me off or whatnot because like it's my issue is not you, my issue is the whole system that y'all take part of because my optometrist, prime example right there. My urologist, I have blood in my urine. I've been having blood in my urine in my samples, not physical. But when I go in for the checkup and the follow up, they're like, well, she's going off this one test. Mind you, I'm telling you, there's like 3, 4 other ones, but it takes her 20 minutes within my appointment when I'm like, well, can you please look? Because I've done multiple. Then she sees them. But then the thing is like, well, even if you do it and it's positive, we still say that you don't do the follow up procedure to further look. But then you call me back the next day and you say, well, due to your concerns, we feel like we should go ahead and do this for you then. But I was like, but why? Like, what's going to happen after? Like, you don't have any responses because you're just trying to appease me instead of like, because like, mind you, I've told them, I was like, yo, I record this and I've talked to my congressman. And then they're like, yo, congressman's like, talk to patient's advocate. Patient's advocate had me go to them. And then congressman has me go to them. And then I have sent my congressman transcripts to show the treatment that I've been getting. Nothing, no replies. It's just go to patient's advocate. And you know what? I replied to that and I told them patient's advocate told me to come to you, and then they told me to go to social media. What do you want then? But like I never got a response ever since. It's been nothing but quiet. Um, and then like I say, like my provider tried to hand me off, and then I was like, you know why? I was like, no. If you guys are having trouble, and you don't want to see me, go ahead and like you go ahead and say you don't want to see me anymore. And her response is like, I pride myself on not always being, and I honestly really wanted to laugh at her and be like, that's bullshit because like you've canceled appointments, you've to y'all you, and then she says, so I haven't canceled or anything, but I was like, no. You sit there and you just let them cancel it because you guys go back and forth, and then I have to over advocate and because then it's like, well, we've had you see a specialist, and you're still not. I was like, no. I'm not happy because the only reason why I get these appointments is because I went to my congressman. I had to fight like I was in Afghanistan all over again just to be seen. Like, what healthcare system requires me to be fighting like this? As like, and it's almost just like it's like, oh well, and then no. You guys just constantly drop the ball. And at this point, like I've been to other VA medical facilities like Chicago, never had this issue. This must be a Kansas City VA problem right here. I don't know what it is, but it's ridiculous. And to my vets, like, yo, this is what like inspires like almost like despair, like because it's like what do I do? I because I can't actually go like, and then they're like, well, don't you have health care or whatnot? I'm like, what job? Like, mind you, I'm already at 90% disabled of that. But like, what job? I can't necessarily, like, mind you, there's also a whole pandemic that's been going on or whatnot. Because normally I'm like on the road helping my boy run his business at festivals and stuff, all that jazz. But what am I? How am I supposed to actually like? I can't even work. I can't get up and function well. Like, what do you mean? So, and then they try, like, always trying to pawn it off. Like, everybody's trying to quick. Nurses are so quick to try to hand off the buck. We're like, well, I'm not doing, but like, you're gonna sit here and try to give opinions. Like, no, 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 no. These are, and like, yo, if this was anything else minus the VA, licenses would be taken, lawsuits would be happening. But you know what? The people they do this to and whatnot, it's like, yo, they send them away and tell them to come back months later, but like they don't make it, or it's like you guys are never truly listening, and so there's no point in ever going because y'all act as if there's nothing, and it's like, well, because you look at me, because I know I see it, because you look at me, I'm like, yo, he's 28, there's no problem or whatnot. Mind you, I got MRIs on my back where it's like it goes into my nervous spine, so like when I walk, I get really bad. And I asked my provider for an update on it. She's like, oh, it's just basic wear and tear. Who has basic wear and tear like that, where discs disease, like disintegrating? My discs in my lower back are like pretty much like falling apart. Where do you get that from a basic 28-year-old? Well, that's just average. It doesn't make sense because, Chicago, they were like, yo, we'll send you to acupuncture and we'll send you to Cairo. They down here just wanted to send me some ibuprofen for that. What? Again, just the level of actual care is not even there. But you'll call them and they'll be like, we're here to treat all vets and whatnot. No, 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 no. But, and like this really hits me because it's like, yo, I'm like, yo, this is what my other, like, my buddies went through before they decided to pull it because they couldn't actually get treatment, and they didn't, like, there are also other factors and things like that as well. But what is another factor? Because you'd be like, why don't they go get treatment or whatnot? Why would we go to a treatment that does facility that doesn't even really treat us? And like, I'll say their mental health program is a whole joke as well, because I've been through it multiple times, and then I've gotten mental health outside of it. And then like, they'll always want to round back, and like, instead of talking about like what they're doing, because they'll be like, you complain of this and that, and I list it, it just gets quiet. Nobody wants to, like, but everyone wants to be like, well, I didn't do it, but no one's helping me, no one's standing up for me, no one is advocating for me. I am doing that. So what? And yeah, I gotta, well, crypto stuff's about to happen. Cardano's about to hit the market, so I'm about to watch that and stream that. So like, if y'all like the crypto stuff, I do a little bit of that during the weekday. But I can't. But now I gotta go take these there because they mailed it when I clearly was like, fax them. But then, and then they'll go, I'll say this though, they got each other's backs. These nurses and doctors, they cover for each other. They always so quick to make excuses for the other nurse or this or that, or be like, they're so great or this and that. Like, yo, this system is like, it's like a frat house, man. It's like, we ain't telling on nobody. But like, yo, you go to like the blood technicians or go to like the images people and things like that. Like, just people who do images and the tests and whatnot. Yo, they on the other hand will be like, they're great, really are great. I'll say that. But they'll be like, yeah, dude, I would. Like, yo, because they all know. They all know. My wife's a chiropractor. Like, one of her friends did his internship. I'm probably saying that wrong. At the VA and left. There's another one who went to work for it and left because they saw the amount of bullshit that was within it. But nobody ever wants to talk about it because they all say they're doing great changes in the VA. As still yet, vets are still committing suicide 22 times a day at least, and it's been the same ever since. But this is my update. Hopefully, the next time I update this, hopefully I can update this after I get diagnosis and actually see actual doctors and whatnot, instead of more bullshit that I get fed and led around by the VA. But appreciate y'all checking this out. vets, yo, come, yo, we don't make this up. We can't make this up. Like, you think I'm gonna sit here and try to? I got better things to do with my time to try to make up stories and some stuff. But yo, if any, yo, I got documentation, I got recordings, and I got transcripts. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all. Y'all keep it easy.